So I want to just start, because we're literally at the beginning.
Is Down the Rabbit Hole, is that just Alice from Alice in Wonderland's hole?
Yes.
Ready?
Oh,
That's why I helped. Alice in Wonderland's like an 11-year-old girl, you
I'm talking about the real version, the real people version.
Oh,
where
the
she's
live
an
action?
adult. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Got it, sorry.
One of the only Disney movies where they didn't, like, race swap characters randomly.
But they age swapped them.
They age swapped them, but not race swapped them. Can you shoot that guy?
No Russian! We're part 2-ing it. Uh-oh.
Language.
Kind of seems like maybe we should have gotten off the elevator. Okay, Cap.
Sorry. Also, if the elevator's crashing, you need to lay on the ground flat.
Do you actually?
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
I would stand up straight.
Got it. Because if you stand up straight, then your, like, knees are gonna break.
Okay, but my knees are so strong that they probably won't.
That makes sense. Well,
Oh!
I mean, for normal, able-bodied people that are not you, because you're not, you are able-bodied, but you're like
I'm
too
not
much.
normal.
You're too much able-bodied.
Right.
That's the thing.
Like a super soldier.
Yeah. You lay down on the ground. So next time you're in an elevator and it's collapsing, just remember that.
That does happen
It's
to me
going to
quite
happen a
frequently.
lot.
That is a constant occurrence for me.
What are things when you were younger?
It's because I'm so fat, by the way.
Yeah, right.
I'm causing it to collapse every time. They're like,
yeah,
oh,
the common denominator here seems to be you.
what's the weight limit on this thing? They measure
Oh,
it.
throw back, throw back!
Get out of the way, Price! Oh, sorry!
Oh, you threw that Price!
I hit him in the back with the grenade. Reverse Captain America.
Are there any things from your childhood that you thought you'd thought would be more prevalent in your life than they are now? Because for me, the biggest one actually is quicksand. Legitimately, when I was a kid, I thought like quicksand was like a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Well, I know it's a real thing, but I thought it was like a thing that like we'll be dealing with in our lives
everywhere.
And then it's never been a thing because in all the movies, whenever there's like some hardship or something, it's like, what should we put in here to like make these people strong? Quicksand. It seems to be in like all like the early 2000s movies.
Well, that said, sinkholes and things like that are, not that they're super common, but they actually happen and they kill people all the time.
Yeah, they do.
So where is it after the elevator crash?
Once you get into the cave.
Okay.
So probably up on your... Well, actually, there's a...
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think there's a bluish room when you get up ahead here. On your left-hand side. Mm-hmm. I believe there may be, just thought, maybe it's in there.
That makes sense.
Unless it's down below you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll look
Go
around.
inside a little bit and then look to your left.
Well, I can't really go inside yet. There's 100 guys in there.
Do it.
No, I'm a coward.
Why are these people in here?
Whoa, we got Batman over there. You see that?
Yeah.
That was cool. One I thought there would be fires.
Yeah, you thought, yeah. I mean, fires can happen, but yeah, I thought those were like regular occurrences for people. Like everyone will be dealing with a fire in their life.
That's how your school
With like
acts.
the stop, drop, and roll thing. When I first learned about that, I was actually really serious about memorizing it. I'm serious because I thought it was like, okay, I'm gonna need to know this.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Did you ever used to like imagine yourself in school like that there would be like a fire and you'd save like the popular girl and then you'd be popular or something?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure every guy's thought of like a hero saving moment.
Like scenario.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that life just sucks and is boring and you don't get to do that. And then you join the military hoping to do that and you have to like piss on and kill kids and orphans and shit because some dumb fuck told you to.
Right.
Yeah, it's like you don't really get your hero scenario.
One time when I was in high school, I zoned... Oh, I think it's in here. Yeah, somewhere in here. I zoned out one time in the middle of class and went through like a full... And I'm talking a full-on daydream of... like a school shooter coming into our school. I'm serious.
Was this like you were jorking it and you were the...
Yeah, I was using
guy?
I was using the hydraulic press,
And you
just
thought
like
that you were the
vice
guy.
gripping myself, yeah. But no, I was imagining like a school shooter coming in, and then like
but were you the shooter?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
And then I was like, happened to be in the bathroom at the time, so I wasn't in class.
Were you daydreaming in the bathroom, or you were in
I was
class
in
daydreaming
class
about being
daydreaming about being in the bathroom.
A very specific daydream.
And anyways, so then I went out and I saw the guy in the hallway and I like took him down. And he was like just about to shoot like this, really popular girl, and I like saved her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she like obviously instantly fell in love with me.
Did she give you a handy?
Yeah, yeah, right in the middle of the hallway.
Nice.
Actually.
Now that's what a hero deserves. The teacher comes up and is like, "Whoa!" and the other teacher's like, "Let him have this.
Come on, he saved her.
Let him have this.
He took down the school shooter.
He's a
for
hero.
us.
In fact, I'll help." I'm sorry, truck.
Truck, you killed Truck. Oh, he's fine.
He's fine. He walked it off.
Okay, so the next one, if this is a...
Whoa,
what's going on here? Truck?
he was coming right at me. In some countries, they would have just shot truck for that.
So right after you rescue...
Whoa, no, hold on. Don't
sorry.
spoil it for me.
There's one coming up sometime.
Okay, all right.
Maybe not exactly right now, but it's coming up at some point. Hey, that's Price.
I know, I'm shooting past him. I'm helping him. They really would all be dead.
No.
I feel like they could have done the campaign a little more tactically so that your guys didn't just run out there. Because
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing Price wouldn't get domed by somebody, don't you?
Yeah, especially because he's not really, like, crouched at all. He usually is standing up pretty straight.
Yeah.
And then he just, like, walks into an area with, like,
Yeah.
500,000 people there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like the Modern Warfare remakes did a better job with that.
Yeah.
The reboots.
At least the first one.
I mean, overall, I think, yeah, because that's the one I played through. I guess I should say that. But overall, I love these games. They're classics. They're some of the best shooters out there. But I'm just saying that, like, the way that your teams move is kind of stupid.
Yeah, well, have you seen...
Maybe this is a nitpick.
Have you watched videos of, like, actual veterans, like, watching or playing these games or watching them play or something?
They're like, they'd be dead.
Yeah, like, actual veterans are kind of like, what are you doing? You're gonna die.
Yeah.
No, that's not how you do that. No, we don't do it like that.
But what's weird is then later Call of Duties, they actually got veterans to come in and, like, give tips for the campaign.
Yeah, and then give me their tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I guess, I mean, I'm fine with both methods. Like, I'm fine with it being more tactical, but I'm also fine with it being, kind of fun and interesting like this.
Yeah, but I mean, fun and interesting like this makes more sense in, like, Halo.
Yeah.
Where the Marines are often dumb, and, you have super soldiers running around.
Yeah.
We're at the bottom of the mine. We're gonna need air support.
Affirmative, Sandman. We'll chop a predator to you.
Okay.
I didn't say we're near a school.
Chris Hansen's like salivating because he's gonna catch a predator now.
Yeah, he's like listening. And
He's like, yeah, drop that predator.
Oh yeah. I still like your idea that maybe he's a predator and it's like to eliminate competition. It's like, well, we can't have everyone out here predatoring. Come on. You're taking up all the good kids. You're leaving all the ugly kids.
He's like, what if Chris Hansen is using these people so he can figure out their methods?
Whoa!
So that he can get access to these kids too without having to, like, have receipts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna log into the dark web and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna... So the FBI will not be on his trail, but now he gets access to the kids.
That makes sense. That's kind of like...
He's kind of like, yeah, I saved your life, kids.
Don't you owe me? Wouldn't you do anything for me? Boy, don't let you into, like, child psychology. Like,
You owe me now. Oh, we're crouched there.
I'm crouched enough.
You're right. 5+ kills confirmed.
See, they didn't expect that, did they?
No.
Out in the middle stands Price.
Yeah, he's like standing up straight. He's not even like crouched or anything. Like, he is stiff-backed.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's, like, yeah, it's really cool. Like, the game is amazing. It's a fantastic game. I'm not trying to nitpick it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, that's kind of dumb, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
hey guys, I'm just gonna move in tactically. Oh, there's a cover there? Nah.
Right. Look at me, I'm tactical. Somehow I'm not dying. It's like George Washington during the Revolutionary War.
Next target.
It reminds me of listing lazily to the left in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or in Family Guy Star Wars.
Right. Well, that's some maneuvers. You know, it's tricked me a couple times.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
You know, by the way, speaking of this reminds me of Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I would like to play that campaign eventually on the channel.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to play the originals as well.
Right.
But I was talking about the EA campaign. However, the EA campaign was marketed as if you were these Imperial soldiers. And now I'm not going to... I don't want to spoil the plot twist here.
Yeah.
But it was marketed as if you were special forces for the Imperials, which was something we didn't get to see much of.
Yeah.
And so the idea was like you were SEAL Team 6, but for the Emperor.
Right.
And then about a third of the
Drop
way...
your Predator.
A third of the way, I'd say, into the game, I didn't want to hit my own guys, it changes, and it's not really a... Oh,
Whoa!
what happened?
What in the world?
I don't know. It's not really about that anymore. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Like
you're
the-
talking in Battlefront 1?
2.
2, I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it just kind of becomes like you're fighting. Again, I'm not going to spoil any of the surprise of who it is or anything, but it's kind of like you're marketed as like SEAL Team 6 for the Empire.
Yeah.
And then like partway through, it's like, oh yeah, this is just another Rebels game. Like, you're fighting for the Alliance now, and you're, saving people and stuff like as these other characters and things. And it's like, but we marketed this off of these characters who were special forces for the Emperor.
Yeah.
Like it felt like it was marketed as a dark side campaign. Like,
Right.
you were the villains.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't know you were the villains, but you were the villains. And then they changed that for some reason. I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed at that a little bit. It's a great game.
That's Price.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if it is. No, that's not Price. Never mind.
It's a great game. Like,
Yeah.
In its campaign.
Yeah,
Short
the
but
campaign's
great.
really fun.
And there's a Luke level that's like one of the best characterizations I think of Luke
Yeah,
ever.
right.
It's done really well. But I don't like when they do that, like when they market it as something and then it changes, because it's like we had 100 games where you play as rebels. Like
Right.
rebels are great, but like there's very few games where you actually just play as the Empire.
Yeah, I mean, ones I can think of are the original Battlefronts.
Yeah.
There are some campaigns where you could play
Battlefront
as...
2?
Yeah, you could play as, like, the Empire and stuff.
Sorry, I messed that up. Can't believe I'm back this far.
But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's kind of annoying. I guess I just don't... I'm not really into when movies or games change their
Focus.
thing based... like they try to switch it up on you or something.
So you don't like big plot twists?
No, I'm fine with some plot twists, but, stuff like the Iron Man 3 Mandarin thing, I'm not into that.
Did you not like that movie?
I loved Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I really wish that was just the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Because I personally really liked his characterization, or his costume and things like that. I thought it was really cool.
I thought it was better than in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, me too.
Or whatever. Shang-Chi. I hear it pronounced different ways.
I pronounce it like Shang-Chai.
Oh, got it.
Nice work.
You call him Shang Chinaman?
Yeah, right.
Yes, I just saw Shang Chinaman. What's he gonna do? Drop a buffet on them? That's what you said.
Right,
You're the
yeah.
racist.
Yeah, got it. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of that in general. Another one...
You say a lot, Nate. I think you really need to find a new filler word like shit.
Or, okay.
Every time you thought you said shit.
Well,
Call this in again.
I just had another one too.
Was
Like
that
a
a
plot
Marvel movie?
twist, or...
Okay.
Oh, no, I just had one. Assassin's Creed 3. Now,
Yeah.
now this one's a little different with the
It's the
marketing and
opposite.
stuff like that. Yeah.
It starts with someone you didn't expect to play
Yeah,
as.
right.
And then it switches to someone you want to play as.
Yeah. And, I mean, all the marketing and stuff like that was for Connor. So...
Where's the grenader? There.
So you went into the game expecting to play as Connor, and then when you're playing as Hatham, you're kind of like...
Where's Connor?
Yeah, like... who is this? You know, is this Connor? What's going on here? And then they switched it to like, well, actually, he's a Templar.
That said, that was cool. Like the moment where they show the Templar thing. However, I think that should have just been a prequel to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, like why didn't they treat that like they did with Freedom Cry?
Yeah, or
like making it a couple-hour game.
Yeah, or Liberation.
Yeah.
But I guess Liberation's a little bigger.
Yeah.
But we've said that 100 times. Like, why wasn't that a spin-off?
Right.
Pre-Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, I agree.
That would have been amazing. Yeah, that would have been a great way to do it. And what if they had marketed it? Now, here I'm advocating for them to lie a little bit.
Okay.
But what if they marketed it, that spin-off, and they were like, you play as this character, Hatham, and he's like one of the first, you know, and they could have said in the organization or something, or like in the group to reach America, and he starts establishing contact with the founding fathers. You know, they could have just said something like that without fully lying.
Yeah.
And then that's a side game, and then people get it, and they're like, oh shit. You know, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, huge plot twist.
I agree.
That would have been a fun plot twist. Not, okay, I'm waiting to play as the character you marketed this as for 10 years.
Yeah.
Because that took way too long. Like, Hatham gets, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Well, especially if you're taking your time.
Yeah.
Because you could do side stuff during that.
Right. I mean, yeah, I think, like, the story, because it's three sequences of Hatham. And then I think the fourth one is when Connor starts, I believe.
But Connor's story really doesn't pick up until, like, sequence 5.
No, because he's like a kid.
Yeah, he's a
child Connor in sequence 4, sequence 5.
I don't want to go through the whole story here, because we are
Okay,
going to play
I'm sorry.
it.
Okay.
But he becomes an adult.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to, like...
And then sequence 12, he's, like, murdering Ben Franklin, and then sequence 13...
He's cucking Ben
He's
Franklin?
actually cucking George
Oh,
Washington.
This guy, Kitty Pryde, got him.
Jeez.
What if he cucked Ben Franklin by getting with the hottest French woman he could?
Oh man, Ben Franklin would be angry.
Do you remember when Ben Franklin was like, yeah, I'll go to France and convince them to help us by screwing their women?
John Adams like, hey, what you doing over there? Helping.
Helping.
Yeah, America's not going to be a thing without me.
Man, these French women are tight.
Come on, get your pussy over here.
I like how tight French women are compared to these dumb colonials. Frickin' hick farmers.
Hick farmers. Hey, hick farmers can be really nice.
They don't have that sophisticated puss.
I mean, a hick farmer could be like missing some teeth or something like that. So, you know...
The women in France can read, so not only are they like nice and grippy, as they say in that one Drake song or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, they can read me a bedtime story post-coitus.
What if they're...
That's what he says.
What if they're like running through a bedtime story like as their mouth is around you?
Oh,
so like the tongue action as they're well, they could be like pronouncing words and stuff like that, but that tongue action, you know.
Oh wow,
is getting at it.
Oh,
yeah.
No. We've got a problem here.
Fire! Where is everyone on your team?
Oh,
you almost hit yourself.
Well, I took them out. Right?
You almost killed yourself.
Right? Did I get him?
I don't know.
That was a dangerous
He didn't
move.
say confirm. Also, why are we blind?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Whoa!
Jeez. What's going on over here? I would maybe get some cover. Because for some reason there's 0 checkpoints here.
I know.
Why is there no checkpoints?
Let's call this in while Grinch is deciding how to get back at Christmas. What if they had like a Grinch that stole Christmas joke in this? That would have been great. And he's like, I'm more of a Hanukkah guy. And then all of the people, all of the modern liberals turn on him because they're like, he's a Zionist! Sorry, is that too topical of a joke?
Also, you murdered your own person.
He's fine! He'll walk it off!
Flying back.
He will
like 30
walk that
miles.
off. I'm pretty sure that was a dead body, like actually.
Well, there was a guy standing right next to you, and then it goes back and he goes flying back there.
Okay, well, I didn't aim anywhere towards us, so you would be fine.
Okay.
Look, right here.
Got it.
How would that hit my guy?
I don't know. Hey, multiple KIAs. That stands for killing in action. Oh, get down, get down, get down, get down!
Jeez!
Get down! I would be careful now because you moved up a little bit, so that AGM like just might destroy you if you shoot it too close to you. Okay, how many guys are here? Legitimately.
Oh, no.
Who's behind you?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
AGM's online.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Where's that guy?
Oh, no.
Do you see him? Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah. Shoot a predator at him.
Shoot a predator at him? Is that like where you like do like a t-shirt launcher except you have like a child pred like loaded up?
You have like Joe Gatto there. Like,
He's not. I don't.
no,
I know.
I know. I'm just the internet like making the joke. Because you know the internet believes every allegation ever.
Yeah, except when a man
Instantly.
makes it.
Yeah. You know, okay, I have a question.
Well,
here.
before you get to that, one reason I don't take this so seriously is where the fuck was the internet when we were watching Justin Bieber get like literally molested and penetrated on TV?
I know, dude.
Like, dude, every
got
person,
violated.
men, women, like everybody was like, oh, "Let me see that butthole, Justin," like on TV, and they were like touching him, and he's like, "This is uncomfortable." He literally said, "Like, I don't like this." Like so many times, we were like, "Ah, Justin, he's so funny."
Right.
Hey, can you please get your finger out of my ass? I'm like 15. Ah, Justin's so funny. Ah, such a kidder. It's like we are.
Take Justin to that P. Diddy party.
It's like we are literally watching a child be molested in real time.
Right. It was
Where was
weird.
the internet? Oh, it wasn't. It didn't matter because he was a boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Right.
F him because he's a boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
they don't
now,
care.
so now when they're like, "Oh, well, Joe Gatto," I'm like, "Fuck you."
Right.
I don't care. And I don't automatically believe everything. Like, you need to show me, like, full on, like, yeah, okay, we have proof he cheated on his wife. Now show me proof that he was a predator. Those are
Right,
different.
yeah.
Very different things.
Right. Checkpoint you got, by the way.
Either one can be shitty, but one is shitty and one is criminal shitty.
Yeah.
One is shitty and one is, this is scum.
Right.
Like, this is ruining children's lives type thing. And the other thing I was going to say, keep your question in mind, because I actually do have... Let's call this in real quick. The other thing I was going to say is this reminds me of something that just happened yesterday. Do you know the Blackpink K-pop group? Like those 4 really hot Korean girls?
Yeah, it was this, like... I think I know what you're going to say, but yeah.
So they got outed for saying the N-word.
Right.
Pre-debut, when they were like 13 to 15.
Yeah.
And it was in recital type things where they were singing songs for their label.
Right.
And the label was recording them.
Yeah.
And the label didn't tell them not to do this or anything like that. And I see a lot of people saying, like, well, some of these grew up in Australia, like Rose, and like, or the UK. It's like, okay, these words in Australia and the UK are meaningless compared to America.
Right.
America hears the N-word and they're like, no, you're gonna kill George Floyd again with that. Like, they literally act like it is going to murder people. Like, they're like, no! Like, I genuinely think there's a liberal writer out there who would write a Jon Stewart comic and, like, Sinestro would drop the N-bomb and the ring would shatter. Like, Jon Stewart's ring would shatter, his pants would drop.
Why is his pants dropping? What's going on here? Why'd you immediately go to that?
I don't know!
And, like, his pants would drop. It's like, I don't know,
And then Joe Gatto
Johnson
shows up.
is, like, huge, and, like, I'm sucking it.
And then Joe Gatto and Murr show up, and then Q is like, what we didn't tell them is they have to molest Jon Stewart. No, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, there's, like, they act like it's literally going to kill people.
Yeah, it's like the kryptonite of
like,
black people.
they literally, like, there were people who made, like, literally the George Floyd stuff, which no matter how you feel about it, it's like, it's sad this guy died.
Yeah.
Like, people made it, like, about that. Like, about, like, the N-word. There were people online who were like, and by the way, George Floyd should make us re-examine our use of the N-word and, like, all this stuff. It's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what does this have to do with anything? You just want to talk about the N-word. Which ain't based, but... No, like, you know what I mean? It's like, this has nothing to do with anything.
Well, yeah, and also speaking of base, so we'll go back to your topic, but I just thought of this joke.
Okay.
I was laughing the other day because all the people, it's like, this is also a current event thing, but you know, like,
Yeah.
all the people painting, like, swastikas and stuff like that on Teslas.
Yeah, who would do
Now
that?
Well, now you can just, like, literally drive around with your Tesla with a swastika literally sticking out because you are an actual Yahtzee, and everyone will think, like, you were protested on or something, or you're protesting. But in reality, like, now you just have permission to be based.
It's not based, that's just... really dumb.
But you can literally just paint a swastika on your car now.
That's true.
And people just be like, yeah, look at him fighting the power. Woohoo!
Yeah, he's showing the
All right.
Elon Muskrat.
Meanwhile, this like actual Yahtzee's like,
Yeah, wait, are you wearing that
All right.
armband as like a protest?
as a protest.
Yeah, it's ironic.
Yeah, it's ironic.
Guys, watch me burn a cross.
I'm just like showing.
Guys, let's reenact like the worst crimes in history.
Ironically. As a protest to Elon Musk. As a protest.
Well, that's the other thing is like Elon Musk. Look, there's a lot of stuff Elon Musk says and does I completely disagree with, actually.
I agree with everything.
There's a lot I don't care for. However, I think that when, you know, the party of peace has decided... Okay, we need our way in the mines. When they've decided, hey, you know what we're going to do? We are going to destroy cars and burn them and destroy people's property and threaten them. Like, there have been people who've been threatened for driving these.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
hey, you own a Tesla? You must be a Yahtzee. We're gonna kill you!
Right.
Drop those pants! Oh, sorry, that's... Again, I
What
went
just
way
happened
too...
to you?
Why'd I go right there again? That was a whoops.
I think you have some hidden desires here.
I hear Yahtzees are the tightest.
I'm gonna check that one out.
I hear Yahtzees are tight, and I've always wanted to be a Mythbuster. Yeah, no, dude, like...
You know, they say the whitest are the tightest. I'm gonna check that one
Did
out.
they say that?
No, I just made that up now.
Oh, that was pretty good! That was pretty good, except I think it would be Asian women. They're pretty small.
How would you know?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you didn't test that one out?
No.
You're not the Mythbusters on that?
See, what I have to do, because Jill's bi, is just convince her that we need an Asian girlfriend.
That's true.
And then it's like
Yeah.
carrying around a pocket,
Right.
you know what, with you.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the mall, you just take her in the bathroom, and you just
Yeah,
lift
right.
up and
Yeah,
down,
you just
and
like
you're done.
use her. Yeah.
And you're done. Well, you have to find someone who's into it.
No.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You have to break their spirit first. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, that's what yes, exactly.
Do you
Then
remember-
she'll let it happen.
Do you remember that era where misogynists were talking about women like horses? Like, yeah, you have to break her in, and all this crazy shit.
What?
Like, it was like the Andrew Tate era, and
Who's talking like that?
And there were all these people online, like, just openly talking like this.
Why?
Like, yeah, you really gotta like break her in, and like, you know, and it's like.
Yeah.
This is rape culture. Like, I think people had a point on rape culture, actually. Like, I think I'm seeing it in real time. What is this? Like a chemistry professor's wet dream? He's gonna like strap this missile to the front of the classroom
Shoot
to
that
show
guy.
you. Hey, look. I know we're on opposite sides, but we can be lovers. Then he says no.
This is like my fetish. People on opposite sides like being lovers. Having
me
to
too.
secretly meet on the battlefield. I'm like Metal Gear Solid, the battlefield every 4
God.
seconds.
Am I a sick person that I put that guy out of his misery or no?
No, you just put him out of his misery. He's gonna grow up with like a disability and like have PTSD the rest of his life, and you're just being like, yeah, you know, whatever. You lived a good life.
I feel kind of bad.
That one might have been make you a bad person.
I feel kind of bad. This is like no Russian. You know what I mean?
No Teslas.
No Teslas. Well, so my point was, I actually tweeted about this, and I actually haven't looked at it. I'm sure people got mad at me.
Right.
But I said... Oh, wait.
Metal 01, what is your status? Have you secured the president?
But we have the girl.
We'll prep a team for extraction. Continue searching for the president.
She's trying to say something. She said they took her farther deeper into the mine.
Then that's where we're going.
We are
Come
at
on.
grid coordinates 7015. I need a medevac.
Man, I feel bad for her. That girl did not sign up for that. Can you imagine if your dad ran for president, and then you get captured and tortured because of some dumb thing your dad ran for?
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
So it should be soon, right?
It's after you rescue. Not this one.
Okay, got it.
I'm trying to think through the level here in a second. I think it's later.
Got it. Well, Grinch and me will head up.
Oh, jeez.
Let's just prevent him from falling into their hands. Okay, well, it didn't work.
We gotta rescue the president.
What if you... So,
What's to stop us from nuking this place if the president's dead?
here's the question. Would it be the right... Now, I want to go back to my other thing. Would it be the right moral move? You have a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And the president's being tortured. Like that president, not ours. And ours would never succumb to torture.
Right.
But that one would. He's not Vladimir Putin-based president or ours.
Yeah, right.
And so, like, let's say that the president's here, right? And
Yeah.
you're watching him get tortured. There's no way to get down there. There's 5 million guys everywhere. You have a sniper.
Yeah.
And he's going to give up the nuke codes.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would tell him to shoot him?
Why not use your sniper to shoot everyone else?
Too many. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Too many. Like,
Okay.
you can't do that.
Got it. We're not like the Finnish sniper here.
You're not going to be able to extract the president in,
Okay.
in this scenario.
Okay.
Is it the morally correct thing, or like, would you think they would order it? Like, just cut the loss.
What's the other option?
I don't know. That's
Just
what I'm
letting
saying.
the guy get tortured?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
but they're considered high value targets. I mean,
Yeah.
these people will die for them, right?
Right.
So, do you think that they would have? You were too slow. So, do you think that they would have the guy just bum rush in there to try to get him, and they'd lose that leader, or do you think that they would take him out? I think they'd take him out, but they'd disavow the mission. Like, I think it would be redacted. Like, you know, in military history. Like, I don't think they would tell you, hey, we killed that guy.
Yeah.
I think it would be a redacted mission, like some of that shit the CIA was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, when you actually see those papers, half of them are black lines.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they probably tortured and raped people and sold coke here.
Right.
But they're not going to tell you they did that.
Well, here, okay, speaking of that, here's my question. What's this? Why do they have to write all that stuff down?
I think laws.
But, like, if they're going to do a top secret mission like that, like, hey, murder the president, you know, why not just not write it down?
This is really hard. I don't know what to do here. Grab the vice.
Grab the vice.
No, I know, but, like, also, I do kind of feel like the Freedom of Information Act and all this stuff, I think years later, people should be able to at least get information on what happened.
Yeah.
You know, like, even if it's a decade or two later.
Right.
I don't know, that's my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm sure there's plenty of missions that aren't written down.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, why not send, like, John Smith?
What am I supposed to do here?
I don't know.
We have, like, the sharpshooters.
Why not send, like, Agent John Smith to go meet up with Agent Becky Ross or something?
What?
I just made up a name. It definitely does not sound like Betsy Ross. Why not have John Smith meet up with Becky Ross and have them, like, meet in, like, a alleyway or something and being like, hey, so this is going to be a top secret mission. No one else knows about it but me and you. Murder this person.
I'm sure they do that. I'm sure they do that all the time.
But then just, like, not write it down.
Well, yeah, and they probably don't. There's probably plenty that aren't written down, but there are some that are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, with those whole JFK thing where it's like, the JFK files are being released. I'm like, why would they write that down?
I guess because they needed the military intelligence at the time.
Right. But
You
if,
know?
like, the actual order was the CIA, which there's theories, the CIA assassinated JFK, why would they write this down? Like,
Well-
yeah, let's write it in our journals.
Well, and I think that if they were the ones who did it, the JFK files coming out would have leaked that, wouldn't they?
I would think so, yeah.
There is information that came out. I thought it was more like they were aware of what was
Yeah.
going on.
You died without
I'm
even...
sorry.
What?
What was I supposed to do there?
What?
All I did was repel.
And you're all the way back here?
Okay.